Alright, so in the last video we started to dive into the multi-track session part of creating a radio commercial or creating a voiceover, creating whatever thing you're creating within the audio confines of the recording software you're using. Again, we're using Adobe Audition here, and I'm in the multi-track view. Let's go on over there and take a look at this. So these are the different elements that I've started to kind of work with the commercial that I'm doing for this 20K cash giveaway. I got some sound effects here on my multi-track view. I got a music bed. I got my voiceover here, and this is by no means done, but here's kind of the start of what it sounds like.
Eagle Radio and Whole Broadcasting are trimming the money tree and giving you the chance to win $20,000 cash.
Okay, so that's kind of the start of what we're doing. So what we're going to talk about today is this is a little trick that I picked up along the way. Somebody taught me this trick, but basically, here's what will happen a lot of times, especially in broadcast radio. Salespeople, we're going to blame it on the salespeople. So a salesperson will inevitably put in an order where you have 30 seconds. You have a 30-second commercial, or it could be 60 or 15-second, whatever the case. Let's use 30 for this example. 30 seconds, you know that's the actual time that you have, but they'll give you an order with the script that's 36 seconds, 37 seconds, 38 seconds. I mean, I've seen them pretty ridiculous, 42, 45. So how can you squeeze time out of that? Because it's going to happen. In an ideal world, they would never give you 38 seconds of copy to put into a 30-second commercial. But that's never going to happen. So or a client will do this to you. A client will do this to you sometimes. So what can you do? Well, number one, you can talk really fast, or you can talk faster than normal. All right, that's part of it. But here's another way that even if you talk fast, and if you talk any faster, it's going to be indistinguishable. Well, here's a way that you can kind of cheat through the multi-track a little bit. You can actually take your voiceover and you can layer part of it over the top of another part in order to save yourself some time. So let's go to Audition. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So first of all, I do want to point this out, that there is a stretch feature within, and it's different in different software programs, and it's different in some of the Adobe Audition versions. But basically, you're looking for this little clock that will show up, and it says stretch by. You can actually click that, and you can stretch this in. It's going to sound ridiculous. Let's see how stupid this sounds.
Cash. Manweiler Chevrolet, Northview Nursery and Landscape, and Outer Limits Liquor present the 20K Summer Fake.
Okay, so that sounds ridiculous. So let's undo that. Command Z or Control Z, undo that. But that is a way that you can get a few seconds back. I wouldn't recommend stretching any more than a couple seconds per 30 seconds. So, for instance, like if you have to fit a 32-second spot into 30, you can probably get away with 2 seconds. You have to fit a 64-second spot or commercial into 60 seconds. You can probably get away with that much. So roughly you're looking at maybe 5%, 5 to 10%. Any more than that, it's going to start to sound pretty ridiculous. And even past 5%, it starts to sound weird. All right, so here's an idea you can do. So what we're going to do is we are going to create a new track. So let's go to multi-track up here, and let's add a new mono track. Okay. And let's go ahead and stretch this view out, which you can do in a variety of ways. I'm on a Mac, so I'm actually using the fingers on the trackpad to stretch it out. And we're going to back up here to the beginning of the waveform. Okay. And there's going to be these natural cut points. You can kind of see them in the waveform if you look at it, and you'll get good at seeing this. But you see the parts where there's nothing really going on right there. Here's a lot. Here's you're talking, and here's a little cut point. So I'm probably taking a breath here, or maybe it's a natural point to cut. Let's take a listen here.
Eagle Radio and Whole Broadcasting are trimming the money tree.
All right. Well, anyway, so maybe that's not the point right here. But right after the end of that little sentence, we're trimming the money tree. What you can do is you can select the track. You can pick that point, that low point approximately right there, and you can go Control or Command K, and that will split. Now we have two sections, this section and that section. And then what you can do is you can click and drag this waveform down here to the track below. Now I do want to point this out. Going back over here to our volumes, this one's up at 8 dB plus 8 dB. This one's at 0. So let's adjust this. Let's make that plus 8. All right, so now it's going to be at the same decibel level. Okay. And let's go back into that point right there. And you can kind of overlap these. And this is a way you can kind of save time. So let's move this back just a little bit to right there. So when I say trimming the money tree, the word tree will pick up now with the next sentence. So let's take a listen.
The money tree and giving you the chance to win 20,000.
See how that works? So again, let's go back to that because those two are overlapping and you saved yourself a little time.
Trimming the money tree and giving you the chance to win.
Okay, and so now let's look for the next sentence. Look for the end of the next sentence or the next part that we can make that cut and do the same thing.
$20,000 cash.
So right there, that's a natural spot for it right there. So let's move that cursor to about right there. Select the track, Control or Command K to split it. And now we're going to take this part and guess what? We're going to put it back up here on the original track, okay? And we're going to move it back a little bit. So you see how these two things are overlapping right here? That's kind of what we want. Now you're going to have to listen to each one of your cuts that you make and each one of your overlaps and make sure it doesn't sound too weird.
$1,000 cash. Manweiler Chevrolet.
So I might move that back a little bit because I'm losing a little bit of the Manweiler.
$1,000 cash. Manweiler Chevrolet.
Maybe right about there. I don't know. We'll split the difference.
$1,000 cash. Manweiler Chevrolet. Northview Nursery and Landscape.
And then there's an and right there. All right, so here's another good cut point right here. Okay. Let's cut that. Same thing. Control or Command K. Take that, move it down here, move it back just a little bit. Take a listen.
Nursery and Landscape and Outer Limits Liquor present.
Okay, very good. And let's scroll over here. So right after present. Okay, right there. There's another good spot. So again, select the track. Make the split. Move it up here and just do that all the way.
Liquor present the 20K Summer Payday.
Okay, here's another spot right here. All right, you can kind of see what we're doing here. There we go. Very good. Let's do that right there and see how that sounds.
A Summer Payday. We're riding the...
Let's move back just a little bit more. I think we can squeeze a little more time.
Summer Payday. We're riding the check September 21st.
And then here's another spot right there after September 21st. Let's split that. Let's take that, drag it up here.
21st. Visit GreatBenPost.com for all the details.
Okay. Here's another spot right here. All the details. And let's do the same thing here.
All the details. Qualify during special appearance days or register all summer long at one of these participating businesses.
Okay, and so that's what we can kind of do on this one. So you see, just by doing that, we saved ourselves, I'm going to estimate, maybe a second and a half or so, something like that, So hey, there's a way that you can kind of squeeze some more time out. And plus it gives, honestly, for promos like this, it just gives kind of a cool effect, a lot of things are going on in it. You can make the argument that maybe it sounds too busy and unnatural sometimes, but it all depends on the project that you're doing. It all depends on what you want it to sound like. But it can almost kind of lend some more energy or more enthusiasm to it as well. So hope that helped. Hope that will help you to save some time on your stuff, or maybe add like a cool effect in. I tell you what, in the next video, we're gonna look at this same multi-track session. We're gonna open this back up in the next video, and I want to show you some of the things you can do, kind of similar to what we just did, where basically you can copy your voiceovers, and you can kind of layer them up and move them around a little bit to create some pretty cool effects. So we'll do that next time. And and so hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, hey, leave them in the comments. I'm always happy to answer a question about something, especially if I've not been very clear in explaining it, which I think sometimes maybe I don't explain it too well. So you'll have to forgive me for that, but hopefully it will help you and give you some ideas.